Hello, my fellow Americans. Stand by for news. If you haven't already, those of you who can, be sure to check the curbside pickup order option at O'Malley's here in Rathdrum. First, check out their Facebook page. Their menu options are a little limited, and then call 208 687 5996. O'Malley's was one of the first restaurants to support our students when the schools first closed, and now it's time to support them. Page 1 news from the Reuters News Network. In national news, the U.S. Supreme Court reversed a lower court's ruling that Congress has suspended the government's obligation to make such payments under the Affordable Care Act, widely known as Obamacare. The Supreme Court, in its next term, which starts in October, is set to hear a more politically freighted case concerning a bid by 20 Democratic-led states, including California and New York, to preserve Obamacare in the face of a challenge by Republican-led states backed by President Donald Trump's administration. In Monday's ruling, the court sided with the insurers that had argued that the lower court ruling would have let the government pull a bait and switch and withhold money the companies were promised. The government should honor its obligations, Sotomayor wrote. Justice Samuel Alito, one of the 5 conservative justices, was the sole dissenter, saying that the court's ruling has the effect of providing a massive bailout for insurance companies that took a calculated risk and lost. So, Government One, as we're moving through the Constitution, we're now looking at Article 3. So what I want you guys to do, Government One, is I want you to read Article 3 of the United States Constitution and find out how federal judges get their job. Next, I want you to find out how long are their terms in office. Why do you think this is fair or not fair? And when you do that, be sure to back up your answers why. Just don't tell me it's not fair. Tell me why you believe it's not fair or not. It is due at 11:59 p.m. on April 30th. Moving on to Idaho news from the Associated Press. Idaho state prison officials say they want the Idaho Supreme Court to decide whether Judge Lynn Norton erred when she determined that a receipt from the compounding pharmacy that provided the drugs used in Richard Albert Levitt's execution in 2012 is a public document that must be released. The ACLU of Idaho has filed a cross appeal in the case, asking the Idaho Supreme Court to decide several issues, including whether the lower court judge erred when she said the Idaho Department of Corrections could withhold portions of lethal injection documents. In her ruling, Norton said Idaho must release the receipt from the compounding pharmacy that provided the drugs used in Levitt's execution, but she noted the compounding pharmacy is no longer allowed to provide chemicals to Idaho because it cannot comply with current regulations. Likewise, she said the department could keep secret parts of a different document that might expose future suppliers of lethal injection drugs, including the source that supplied the drugs used in the execution of Paul Ezra Rhodes in 2011. Government 2, like Government 1, we're studying the court system in the state of Idaho. So one of the things that you need to do, Government 2, is you need to read Article 5 of the Idaho State Constitution and find out how Idaho justices get their jobs. Find out how long their terms of office are, explain why you think this is fair or not fair, and just like Government 1, tell me why. Just don't write that it's fair or not fair. Due at 11:59 p.m. April 30th. And now, page 2. Ladies and gentlemen, the Kroc Center in Coeur d'Alene is joined with the Kootenai United, a group of several local churches here in Kootenai County who have joined together in order to collect needed food supplies to better equip the food pantries and food closets of our area. If you're interested in donating to help local food banks, please see the details that I'm about to state, or you can go to the Kroc Center website. First thing that you guys need to keep in mind, food will be collected at this date, and it will be at this location Tuesday and Wednesday. That's tomorrow and Wednesday, April 28th and 29th, 2020, at the Silver Lake Mall parking lot, 3 to 7 p.m. A large truck labeled Kootenai United logo is going to be there for the pickup. Please bring clean, unopened foods that are for their drop-off and follow social distance protocols. Thank you. We ask that those dropping off food stay in their cars and allow the volunteer staff located at the truck to be provided, allow ample time to move the donated items into the truck while keeping things moving along in a safe and peaceful pace. The desired donations that they are looking for include applesauce, canned beans, canned meat, chicken, fish, spam, ham, beef or pork, canned vegetables, canned fruit, instant mashed potatoes, pasta or pasta sauce, peanut butter, rice, healthy breakfast cereals, baking mixes, and crackers. The Croc Ministry team will be there helping out on Wednesday, April 29th from 6 to 7 p.m., and they thank the community for their efforts for being helping at this time and ask everyone to stay safe out there. Moving on to entertainment news, the list of the biggest box office blunders for 2019 has been released, starting with the lowest, Missing Link, with a total loss of $101.3 million. Second place, Gemini Man, total loss of $111.1 million. Cats, with a total loss of $113.6 million. Terminator, Dark Fate, with a total loss of $122.6 million. And the biggest box office loser for 2019, X-Men Dark Phoenix, with a total loss of $133 million. Acting class, one of the things I'd like to do this week, if you can, be sure to check out some of these videos, or those movies. I kind of enjoyed The Missing Link myself. But the other things that I want you guys to do is I want you to watch the play that I've attached to the Google Classroom. And unlike the other plays that we've watched in class so far, this one was done by an amateur group, a high school class. And if we had been in school this quarter, we would have actually done this play. So keep this in mind. And one of the things I want you guys to do is, as you're watching this, part of the question that I ask is, who would you cast from Mountain View if we were doing this play at school? Moving on, page 3. Ladies and gentlemen, grab-and-go meals are going on 7 days a week from the Lakeland School District. So if you need to grab and get a meal, you can get them at the following places. They will be offered 7 days a week at these current locations. Breakfast and lunch will be given to each child, and children do not need to be present to receive meals. At Athol Elementary from 9:45 to 10:15 every day. At Timberlake High School, 10:45 to 11:15. Lakeland Junior High, noon to 12:30 every day of the week, and at Hauser Lake Fire Station, 10:45 to 11:15. Look for the school bus. In sports news, ESPN reports that when the Major League Baseball season is restarted in 2020, that is to say, if it is restarted, because it's foolhardy to assume anything under the current circumstances, the run-up to the first games could be fast and furious, with everyone pushing to get back on the field and to open the ballparks. The position players are basically ready to go, but the last weeks of spring training are really for starting pitchers, which were cut short. If Major League Baseball does not resume until the middle of the summer, some staffers believe something close to a month of second spring training will be required to get the pitchers up to speed. Everybody will be trying to get back on the field and motivated to play regular season's game, one evaluator said, but that would not be fair to the pitchers if you push them when they are not physically ready to go. Weather from the Weather Channel over the next 36 hours. Today, we're going to have a high of 66 with a partly cloudy day. Sunshines and clouds mixed, high of 66. Winds out of the south-southwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tonight, a low of 44 with a 10% chance of rain. Wednesday, high of 70 degrees with a 20% chance of rain. Wednesday night, 51 and another 20% chance of rain Wednesday night. And on Thursday, a high of 63 with a 20% chance of rain. Ladies and gentlemen, remember, we can get through this as we keep communicating. Check your school email every day and check in with your teachers once a week if you're not doing that already. Speaking of communicating, I am available to chat from 10 to 11 today and Wednesday and Thursday. The link is in the email that you've gotten here and I've sent with this vlog. Remember, everyone, to keep your feet on the ground, keep reaching for the stars. I'm Mr. Gorton. Good day.